right, I'm going to give you the lowdown. I got a Tom Tom podcast on the line right here. I call random people just to see how they're doing, how your life's going. I just want to talk to you. Here you go.
Well, folks, we're back at it again. The episode that we're calling the Tired episode, where both of the hosts were pretty damn tired, but we decided to do it anyway. And thankfully, we got in touch with a couple talkers. And I do just enjoy listening to Brian talk. Then we got in touch with Jim. Jim's had some health problems, but he's on the mend. We're hopeful that Jim is going to keep recovering. He's going to be all right. And sometimes I actually prefer to just listen to people tell me stories and stuff like that. And these guys were pretty interesting, so it worked out wonderfully. It's funny, too, because Brian at one point was like, bro, you sound tired, man. What's going on with you, man? He said, you can't do a podcast when you're tired. I was like, well, this is actually working out just fine, because we just got people telling stories to us. So it worked out. Artur, I hope you're doing well. I got to also shout out to my cousin Dave. He's my number one fan, or at least he's tied for number one, I think. So, Dave, hope you're doing well. Hope the family's well. Say hi to the wife and kids for me. All right, enjoy.
Hello?
Bri, this is the Tom Tom
Hey,
Show.
what's up, man?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing good, man. I'm fixing to leave work. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm just doing an episode. I'm here with my buddy Connor.
Hey, this is Connor.
But you,
What's up, Connor?
yeah. What time do you leave work? Are we holding you up? You leave work at 6?
Nah. I'm fixing to walk out, man.
Yeah.
I'm fixing to go have me a whiskey or something.
There you go.
How y'all been? Y'all been all right?
Been good, man. How you been? How your kids?
Everything's good. School just started up, man. So, you know how that is. They just started on Tuesday here.
Yeah.
So it gets a little hectic, man, the traffic and getting them there and all that. But, you know,
yeah.
it works out.
Oh, you in the car now? We got you.
Yeah. I'm in the car now. Can y'all hear me? Do I sound all right?
Oh,
Yeah, you sound good.
Sounds great. Yeah.
All right, good deal.
So this is the callback episode where we're just reaching out to people we talked to before, and I don't know who these people are, so you're going to have to fill me in.
Yeah, Brian is in Midland, Texas, the home of
Texas.
George W. Bush.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, I'm in Midland, man.
Yeah.
It's oil country. A lot of money out here. Everybody that lives out here comes to make a living.
Yeah, and do you you don't ever see George Bush though, do you?
No, I have seen like his childhood home. It's here in Midland. Like they have it like, you know, it's a little attraction to come see if you want to be if you're a tourist and you want to check out his house.
Yeah.
But no, I've never actually seen him in person.
Yeah. Sounds boring anyway. What grade are your kids in?
Say what?
What grade are your kids in? I forgot.
So my son's he's a freshman, and here in Midland, I don't know how it is in Minnesota, but like whenever I was growing up, freshmen through ninth through 12th grade were all in the same school.
Yeah.
Here in Midland, they separate it. All the freshmen go to a freshman school first.
Oh, that's fair.
They do that just so the freshmen can kind of get adjusted to everybody, and then when they go to high school, they're already sophomores. They're a little bit less fear, I guess.
Sure.
But
they quarantine.
And then my little girl's 11, so she's in 6th grade, and that's the last grade for her elementary school.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've talked about her, man. I mean, she's like, these little girls are different, you know. She's like, she acts like she's 16 already. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and she's got you. She's got her hooks in you.
Oh yeah, she has me.
Connor's daughter just graduated from college, so he's an old man.
Yep, empty nester.
Man, that's a blessing, huh? That's a blessing if they can go to college and finish.
Yeah.
As long as they put it to use, man, you know, that's all that matters. As long as they go to school, and it's good to get a degree, man. But there's so many people that get degrees and they don't do anything with it. You know, they just go and get in debt, and they don't do anything when they get out.
Yeah, I would rather that a kid just figured out some training and just got a decent job, and as long as they were doing well, feeling well.
Did you go to school? I'm sure you have an education and all that, right?
Yeah, it sounds like you're sure, but I tried and I failed, so I never got a degree. Connor.
Yeah, man. I mean, but you did well for yourself, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got lucky. You know, in the early days of the internet, I figured out how to write some code and do some graphics and stuff. So I just kind of got going.
Yeah,
self-taught internet professional. Yeah, right there.
You know, when I went to school, I'll tell you what, man. I went to school. Went to college. I went to Tech, Texas Tech, and then I transferred there. Went to Angelo State, and that's where I graduated. But I didn't go to school because I was like, oh, I didn't even know what I was gonna do, man.
Yeah.
Just nobody in my family had gone to school.
Mm.
My dad was a roughneck. He's an oil fields guy. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. All his brothers and sisters. Nobody really went to school.
Oh.
Nobody really got a degree. And then in my family, immediate family, I wanted to be the first one to do it because I was the oldest. So I was like, man, I just want to do it
Yeah.
just to say I did it. And.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell everybody, I even tell my kids, like, it's not something that it's something that you should do if just for the experience. But if you're not dialed in, you don't know what you want to do. Don't waste your time because you're just going to waste your money. Unless you have
absolutely.
scholarships or something. But
That's what I did.
I,
I was just talking with my buddies over the weekend about this. I went to college because that's what I was supposed to do. I was expected to, and I was not ready, and I didn't want to, and I actually had a hard time learning. I came to find out, and I failed miserably. And I picked the college that I picked because I knew I could get on the golf team there. That was how I picked it, which is not the right decision either. So,
I picked Tech because of the girls, man. I knew that's where all the girls would be.
Good for you.
I went to college for the girls, dude. I didn't go for the golf, man, but for the girls.
Did you
That's
meet your wife
funny.
there?
Did I what?
Did you meet your wife there?
No, man. Well, and I didn't talk to you about this on the episode. So when you called me, I've been single for like 2 years, dude.
Okay.
I was with my ex-wife. We're great co-parents, though, man. We got a great relationship. Okay,
Awesome.
Nothing negative to say about that woman.
Yeah.
She's a blessing to my life and my kids' life. But I was with her, man, since I was about 17 years old. So I was with her 20 plus years, man.
Yeah. Wow.
We were just kind of dating when I was 17 and went to college. I didn't go, she was still in school. She was 15 when I was 17. So when I went to college, she was still a junior. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
She still had 2 more, but she finished early she didn't want me to be gone, dude. She knew, like, yeah, she knows, especially me, dude. I was a little player,
Yeah. Right.
She was like, yeah, I'm gonna finish school early and we're gonna go to school together. All right.
Trying to catch up to you.
I get a good year at Tech to kind of do my thing,
Right.
But no, man, that's why I picked Tech. I was like, man, I grew up in a town where there was a lot of it was more of minorities, man. There wasn't really a lot of white people, man.
Yeah.
And my thing was that's where I wanted to go because I felt like it was gonna help me in my life. Why would I go somewhere? My counselor pushed me to go like to Denton, more diverse school, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that, man. Like, why would I want to go somewhere that I'm used to going? I want to go somewhere different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
And then it's helped me. It really did. It really helped me as far as my best friend is white. You know what I mean? So we got along, and I learned a lot of I learned a lot of that culture, man. And it was just it was a good experience for me, and it helped me in my whole life and business and everything. But yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's
man.
great.
That's why I went to college, dude. I went to college just to get a degree and to tell my parents, hey, maybe my little sister, my brother, my little brother, if they decide they want to go, they can. And they all did, actually, except
Right.
I'm a twin, too. I have a twin brother. He didn't go.
Yeah,
he
but
went
you
to
might
the
have
oil field,
inspired the younger ones.
Yeah, he went to the oil field, man, and he made a great living, too. But now he's been working for me for, we work together, but, I got him out of the oil field, and he's been with me for the past 8 years.
Oh, at the auto place?
Yeah. We work together, man. He does a lot of like he takes care of all the make ready stuff, man. So he's in charge of like getting the cars detailed and making sure everything's in line. And we're the highest rated dealer, man, here in Midland as an independent store. So I pride myself in my inventory and the way we are with customers. And he's a big part of that, man. He helps us,
Right. And you sell good cars. Good for you.
I do, man. I sell pre-owned cars, but they're, I wouldn't sell a car to somebody that I wouldn't sell to myself. You know what I mean? I wouldn't sell to my mom or something. And it's been a good ride, dued, for sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
How long you been doing
that?
that?
Man, I started in the car business. So when I went after I left Tech, I went to Angelo State and I graduated there. As soon as I graduated, that's the day of my graduation. is the day I actually proposed to my ex-wife at the time. But you know, I did that, and immediately I was like, look, I already had a plan. I used to make money off my friends because I would detail and I would bust their cars. I was very good with the just getting cars looking brand new again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
It's just a skill that I kind of learned myself. So I went to a dealership. This was my big plan, dude. I went to the dealership there in Angelo, and I said, "Hey, man." I talked to, and I'm there in a suit, you know, because that's how they teach you in college. You got to
Yeah.
go on a suit, and you know what I'm saying. Like, so I'm there in a suit, man, and I'm selling the GM of the store. His name was Michael Connor. Good, cool dude, man. And I'm telling him, look, this is what I want. I want you to hire me as your detailer. This is my whole vision. Is I'm gonna open up, and I really was. I'm gonna open up a detail shop. I want you to see how good I can make these cars for you, and you're gonna send me all your business. That was my whole plan.
Right.
My whole plan was, look, if I could get this store, you guys sell, you know, they were selling 300-400 cars a month, and then I would go to another store, and then I'd get this, you know, that was just, I had to start with one store. He was sold, man. He was like, man, dude, absolutely, you know, when can you start? And I was like, I'll start Monday. He's
No
like,
shit.
oh, that's great. So then he tells me to go in. Let me tell you what he tells me, though. He goes, hey, do me a favor, though. I was like, yeah. Will you come kind of exactly how you are Monday, how you're dressed? Just, you don't have to wear the jacket, though.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, shit, that's kind of weird, man. Maybe he's making me, maybe I'm going to run the detail department. That's what I was thinking, you know? Yeah, 24-year-old. And no, man, he told me I was going to be a salesman, dude. And I swear to God, I became one of the best salesmen that they had there.
No shit, because you sold yourself to him.
It was an audition for the job you didn't even know you were applying for.
Yeah, he
basically
ended up. So he told me I was going to be a detailer, man. He told me when I went back Monday, he's like, look, I'm going to be honest with you, man. You sold me on this deal, and I feel like you could sell cars. You could probably be one of the best salesmen that I've ever had. And I
No
was like,
shit.
well, shit, man. That's really not what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually ended up being became a pretty good car salesman, man. There.
Well, and then you probably made more money. Was that more lucrative to
more money for a salesman than a detailer, right?
Oh, absolutely, man. I was making at that time. This was in 2004. It was about to be 05 because I got hired on right after graduation, which is in December. I graduated in the fall, and man, as soon as I started working, I just kind of picked up on it, talked to people. I wasn't afraid to talk to anybody. I could talk to anybody, you know.
Yeah, you can.
And then I got a hold of everybody from my hometown. I was like, hey, I'm in the car business. Man, I started selling everybody. I mean, I was selling 20-some cars a month at 24 years old. I was the number 1, number 2 salesman almost month to month.
Wow.
I was making at that time probably $120,000.
No shit.
right out of college.
Wow.
And you got to remember, at that time, that kind of money, I mean, that's like equivalent to maybe 200. You know, that's a lot of money.
It is.
My rent was $300 a month, so you can. I mean, I swear, man, I was kind of blown away. I was really blown away. I was blown away about that, but I just stayed with it. You know, I just kind of stayed with it, and I've went through the ups and downs just like everybody else, man. You know, the economy goes to crap. Nobody's buying cars really. You know, so I had to go through. I had some very eye-opening experiences, and I've learned a lot of lessons, man. Because you know, when you're young, you think that money's not going to end, and I was spending it more than I was saving it, and you know, I didn't learn anything in college, man. I should have invested more, I guess, you know. But I was blessed that I went through the crash in 2009, and when everything went to crap, that I was like, you know what, if this ever happens again, I'm not going to be in this situation, and I stuck to my words, man. And if something ever happened, I'll be okay for a while, you know.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a great story, though.
Mm-hmm.
You sold yourself to.
Oh, it is, man. It's been crazy. And I'm 40. I think we talked about it. I'm 44. I'm fixing to I'll be 45 next year. But I don't feel it, man. You know, I don't really feel old.
No, me neither.
I feel like I could do this forever, but I know there's going to be a day that, you know, you wake up and you're like, man, I can't do this anymore. You know?
Yeah, right. And you know, by the time we're 60, we're going to have different aches and pains, and our mental faculties might diminish a little bit, but I feel good at 50. I love it. I feel like I got all sorts of stuff working for me.
What are we doing again?
Yeah.
Did you and Connor knew each other like just in passing, or how
High
did this come
school.
up?
We've known each other since we were 15, so it's been
Like
it's been a
11th
while.
grade.
Yeah, we're old
That's
buddies.
cool, man.
Yeah.
That is cool.
And it's funny because one time we were talking to Brian, and out of nowhere, for some reason, Brian, we were talking about who are we going to call next, and Brian was like, "You know who you should call? You should call Monticello, Utah." And like out of a hat, you just
Why
yanked
Utah?
that.
Oh, you've been there?
Yeah. And
Yeah, I used to live there when I was little, man.
Oh,
I used to live in a little place called Monticello and a little place called Cortez, just right there, Colorado. It's near the Four Corners, kind of by Moab.
Yep, I've been there.
And you and somebody else were joking like, Midland's pretty boring. All we do, we just go out and drink. That's all we do in Midland. Everyone always says their hometown is boring, you know. And then we end up calling Monticello, and tonight we're going to call back this fellow who works at 7-Eleven, who we made a
I wonder
new
if they're
friend.
still there, man.
Yeah, hopefully he's still there.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, there's been Monticello's remember that story I told you? I don't know if you remember that, which I thought was really
Walmart?
really crazy. It was Target.
Target. Yep.
Yeah, I ran into. So I was in 6th grade whenever I was in Monticello, and there was this girl there that I remember her, man. She was a very pretty girl.
Yeah.
At 6th grade, she was. I mean, I was in 6th grade too, but she was very pretty. Her name was Angela, and I swear I was at Target, man. And I mean, dude, that's been a long time, man.
Yep.
You know, and I swear to God, I was like, that's Angela. Like that's her. Like it's got to be her, you know. And I know for a fact it was her, but I couldn't say nothing to her. But I was like, what are the chances of that? I mean, she had like 3 or 4 kids behind her, but
Yeah.
it's the same girl from the same school, and you're talking miles apart.
Yeah.
You know.
And you had just been
Came here
talking about Monticello too.
Yeah, it was really odd, dude, that happened, and it really did, which is crazy. I haven't seen her after that, but yeah, it was pretty crazy seeing a person from Monticello over here.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, people move over here because of the money, man. They come over here to work. The husbands or their boyfriends or whoever, they come over here and they get a job in the oil field and they start making money and they never leave.
What kind of work are they doing in the oil field? Like rig work?
There's so much out here that you can do anything. You can be out in the actual rig, or you can work in the production side. Like there's so many different things you can do. You can work in an office. There's so many different oil field jobs around that. I mean, you can just there's surveying jobs in the oil field. There's everything, anything you can imagine. You know, it's just such a big business, and they're always hiring for, you know, people that acquire or that have certain skills and certain things that they can do, and then it also has it. You know, you can do something totally different that you never think you would need in the oil field, and they may need it. You know.
Right. Yeah, and I guess if those jobs are paying well, they probably are. Then you got a thriving.
But man, it's
city.
I couldn't do it though, man. It's just the oil field isn't for me, man. I just. But I will say this, like as far as the car business goes, it's definitely been a blessing because, you know, these guys in the oil field and people that work out here that make money, they like to spend it.
Yeah.
And they'll spend it on cars, man. So it's kind of helped me.
Yeah. Well, and you got a business. I mean, good for you. You got it made. Self-made man.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's a self-made man. Bro.
So it's tough, you know. Yeah. Having a business isn't easy, man. You know, it's a grind every day, but it is a blessing to be able to come home and, you know, you don't have to really answer to anybody. You just answer to yourself, I guess. But it's tough, you know. It's not easy, man. You know?
Oh, I can't imagine. I don't think I could do it. I'm a worker bee. I do computer stuff, and I need somebody to just tell me what to do, and then I get a paycheck. If it was all up to me, I'd probably just sit around watching Netflix all day if I didn't have a boss.
Yeah. Hey, I used to do this before I decided to go get back in the retail side. I did what's called wholesaling, man. So I still have the business. It's called a Modessa Auto is the name of the. That's what I named it, but Midland, Odessa, you know. So, anyways, I used to work from the house for probably about 5 years. Yeah. And I didn't make as much as what I made on the retail side, but people wouldn't believe me if I told them that with the money I was making working from home, what I would do is I would buy cars from previous customers. They would text me, "Hey, I'm trying to trade this in," and "Oh, okay, no," and I would buy it from them because they weren't getting enough. So I'd buy the car, and then I would sell it to another dealer. I had a license, so I knew a lot of guys. I still know a lot of guys in the car business, and they're all spread out over Texas. So if they needed a unit, I'd call them. Hey, I got this car. I just bought it. It's a 2020 whatever, RAV4. Let's say I paid 13 for it. Yeah, man, I'll give you 15. All right, cool. I'd get that one sold. Then I just have to delegate delivering it. I would sell probably about 20 of those a month, which is kind of unreal from the house. But I was buying these cars that it was easy, and I was getting on Facebook Marketplace. I had my brother looking, and we were buying cars like this, me and him, from the house for 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unreal. People wouldn't believe it, So I tell people, I tell my son, I tell everybody I talk to, like, look, if you put something to your mind, you can do it, man.
Yeah.
Like, no, everybody would have said, there's no way you're going to be able to do that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And it worked. And
is
it
that
worked out. I
because
could prove it.
the private party price is lower than the dealer price? So you can pay a private party for 13 and then dealer can expect to make 15 on it? Like there's two different prices in the blue book. So
for you, right. So like for me on a pre-owned car, what my advantage is a lot of the dealers, unfortunately, were hitting these cars really low, which was helping me in a sense because they were just trying to tell these customers, hey, we're going to give you 10 grand for that RAV4 when they knew it was worth 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're just trying to steal the car so they can make some growth on their deal, whatever it is they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it would take one dealer to do that. When the customers would call me, I'd be like, man, that car's worth at least 13,
Well, yeah, and you
That's
don't have
$3
all
grand
the
more than what
overhead.
they got. So they would be like, oh, yeah, can we sell it to you? Like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
As long as you had a title, and most of them did, which is another crazy thing because mostly everybody had a title to their car.
Yeah.
So I'd buy the car, and I knew in my head it was worth 15 or what, and I would sell it.
Yeah.
It would be an easy sell, and I'd sell it to a total different dealer that, not the same dealer, but just a different dealer that I knew would give 15 for it.
Yeah.
And most dealers never told me no on my prices because they knew I was selling good quality stuff, man. My stuff was, these people were good credit customers. You know what I mean? They were customers that had their title. They didn't owe a lot of money. They maintenance their cars, and my stuff came in clean.
Yeah, right.
So I never had any issues selling the stuff. It was just buying it,
But what can you do if a customer comes with no title or there's something wrong?
So like
with
if
the
a
title?
customer has a payoff, let's say they have a payoff, if they have inequity or if they're, upside down is what people would call it, I couldn't buy it because you know what I mean? They owe more than what the car's worth. But if they owed $3 grand less or they owed exactly what the car was worth, then I'd buy them, and I would occasionally buy the cars with titles. Not that I didn't want to. The problem is I couldn't sell the car right away until I got the title. And sometimes the state would take 3 weeks to send it. So I didn't like to tie up,
Right.
my money would be tied up until I got the title, and I didn't like doing that. So I would try to avoid, buying cars with, unless it was like unless I knew I could make $5 grand on the car or something. I'd be like, you know what? I'll wait 3 weeks for $5 grand. Who wouldn't,
Yeah. No,
But
that's cool, man. You're just a guy who just makes it happen. That's cool. I don't have that.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool. It was a pretty good little gig, man. But the kids started growing up, and once they started growing up, the time that they wanted to spend was a little different. When they're little, they're like they want you to be with you all the time. When you get older, it's a little different. They start growing up, and I was like, man, I kind of miss being in the store. I miss that environment.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and you got to stay fresh too, man.
Yeah, totally. Mix it up. I started going. I've been working from home forever, and I just started going back into the office lately just to feel better and be around people. I go in half a day now,
and it does help, man. It does help. It really does, man. It's something that helps you mentally, don't it?
Yeah, it really does. And I gotta put actual clothes on. I've been wearing sweatpants for 5 years, so it feels good to like. I put pants on, and sometimes I wear a shirt that has a little collar on it.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
I thought I was gonna dread it at first. I was like, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I want to go back into this. And it's not really, the hours aren't even that bad, man. Like, I'll go in at 10:30, and I leave like right now, 5:30. It's really not a bad gig. It really is not,
That's great.
But still, the whole that doing it every day, because I work Monday through Saturday, dude. I don't even take days off really.
Oh wow.
But it helps you, man, because you got to be there and you got to make it happen. You know, I like making money, and I have to make sure that everything runs smoothly.
Yeah. And in a year from now, my little girl's going off to college. You know, someday your little girl's going to maybe go off to college, maybe not.
Yeah, I know. Man, I'm not looking forward to that, but
Yeah, it's going to hit
it's
you.
gonna happen, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But
My son too, man. He's I don't know if he's gonna do college, man. He doesn't seem like he wants to do. He doesn't seem like a college guy, man. He
yeah,
loves soccer, and
yeah,
he's kind of like he wants to know, Dad, how can I make money fast? You know, like what
yeah.
do I do? I'm like, well, shoot,
He's got the right dad
I
for
can
that.
Yeah.
yeah, he does. I don't know if he wants to do the car business stuff,
Yeah.
but maybe I can probably teach him some stuff. But he's more of he's just real chill, man. He has
Yeah.
no drive yet, you know.
Yeah. No, a
He's
lot of the
just
young
not
ones are
there
like
yet
that.
for him.
All of a sudden, in a few years, and if he doesn't go to college until he's 20, fine. Doesn't have to go to college right away. Maybe he needs to work for a couple years and then be like, you know what, I want to go to college.
We learn from experiences, man.
Yeah.
Man, you sound like you need a whiskey shot or something, dude. Like you need to liven up, bro. Get fired up over there, dude.
I sound quiet, don't
Hey,
I?
You're a little quiet
you
tonight.
can't-
Yeah.
hey,
This is our first call,
hey,
so
Yeah.
we're just getting warmed
yeah.
up.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You like you can't be doing podcasts like this, dude.
You're
you know?
right. I gotta perk up here. How's that sound? A little
Yeah,
better?
get a little Red Bull or something, dude. A little Monster or something.
Yeah, I'll have to do. No, you make a good point. And I was telling Connor before we started, I was working hard today,
Hey, maybe.
and I used up all my
Yeah,
brain
so-
power, and I was like exhausted. I was like, man, I'm
not
fucking
a good,
tired.
Hey, maybe not a good day to do a podcast.
Yeah, I know.
Like shit.
I just got it. This one was perfect because you just told us a whole bunch of cool shit. I didn't have to talk.
Yeah,
I
you
love
did
it.
all the work, Brian. We're just here
Yeah.
listening. So.
I actually mean that. So yeah, I guess
Oh, that's cool, man.
maybe I'll go run around the block, and then Connor and I'll have a glass of whiskey, and then we'll make another cup. You introduced us to our friend Elijah, so
we'll try Elijah after this.
Elijah.
Yeah.
Yeah, give her a call. Hey, answer me this. Did you drink that Eagle Rare, bro?
No,
Did
is
you
that
get
what it was? I couldn't
Sam
remember.
got it.
Eagle Rare?
Yeah, did you ever try it?
No, but we're going to. And I was just looking at my spreadsheet trying to remember what that whiskey was that you love so much. And if we're ever
That's
coming
it.
through Texas, that's what we're going to bring with us. Well, all right, we're going to call Utah. Brian, I really enjoyed talking
All
to you.
right, dude.
What do you think,
Have
Connor?
a good one,
Yeah,
man. Thanks
Connor,
for calling, dude.
Yeah, it's cool to meet you, Brian. Thanks for the call.
Yes, sir. All right, Connor. Later, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll keep calling you, okay?
Later.
All right, buddy. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
brother. See ya. Scanning scorpions. That's what he does.
Scorpion scanner?
Hello.
Hey, is this Jim?
It is.
Hey, this is Tom from the Tom Show. Do you remember?
Oh, howdy. How you doing?
Yeah, very good. How are you doing?
How am I doing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm on my second pacemaker,
Oh no. Is that a recent?
and I just had another. So now I have two implanted devices banging around inside my heart.
Oh man. Two. What do they do? What two?
Well, I have a leadless pacemaker, which eliminates the problem I had with my first pacemaker. I've only had a pacer for a little over 2 years. So the first one crapped out a couple of times, and I went in to the ER back in April,
Oh.
and they had to take it out. The surgeon opened it up, and he says, "Oh my God, it's full of bugs.
Oh my God.
It's got to come out of there." So he took it all out, and I ended up with a nice big open wound on my chest, my left chest,
I'm
for
sorry.
about 6 or 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And had in-home health care for the wound, a device called a wound vac, which applies constant pressure, and pulls all the discharge and everything out into a container so you can get rid of it, and greatly accelerates healing. But other than that, I'm doing okay.
All right. Other than that, yeah, man, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but it's good to hear. You sound all right. You sound like you're doing okay.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm not so sorry I had to go through it. I mean, the pain wasn't a good thing. In fact, I just had the Watchman procedure, which is it's a procedure to reduce your risk of stroke by 50% for people with AFib, which I have. I've had AFib all my life, I think.
Yeah.
But I had such severe pain. I got my stomach. I'm sure I told you that on the last talk that we had, but I had a gastrectomy back in 2000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm always fighting stomach distress. Well, my stomach decided to sabotage me for this outpatient procedure. It's only like altogether like a 5 or 6 hour procedure. You go in and you go out. I mean, they take care of it right there.
Yeah.
And I had to get sick, and there was nobody in the room. My attending nurse had just stepped out. I couldn't ask for a bag or anything, so I rolled over and dumped my stomach on the floor. And in doing that, it caused a hematoma at the puncture site for the catheter that they use to insert the device in my heart. So I just spent about a week not being able to walk very well at all, and pain with every step, and it's just now easing up. So I actually was able to drive to town yesterday and do a little shopping without too much
All right.
distress.
Good. How's your wife? How's her health?
How's my wife?
Yeah.
She's doing fine.
She doing all right?
How are you, Phyllis? How are you doing? This is the guys from the Tom Tom Show. Remember that? The Tom Tom Show. You remember we were watching the little podcast they did, the little audio podcast of the interview with me about 3D scanning, laser engraving,
Yeah.
3D printing.
I was telling my buddy Connor is here. My co-host is Connor. Say hi, Connor.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm doing great.
Yeah. And I was just telling Connor the other day that, that I said, I know a guy who tries to scan scorpions, but you can't really scan a scorpion in a certain manner because it fluoresces. And he was like, why are you scanning scorpions? And I was like, no, it's not me. It's
Well, who scans?
my buddy,
What do you?
Jim does it.
Jim scans scorpions.
Yeah,
What's the purpose of it? You get good imaging of them, or what?
No, it was just something I had in mind. I was a beta tester for a scanner company, and they kept releasing new designs, that would scan smaller and smaller items.
Yeah.
So
and then you can
one of the
print.
goals I had in mind was to scan a scorpion, since they're native here to where I live, in Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're doing a 3D scan of the scorpion, then you could print it on a.
I intended to, but it turns out that I really couldn't, because the scanners use blue light, and it causes the scorpions to fluoresce, which interferes with the scanning process.
Okay, gotcha. Now this is making sense.
I just had a realization.
Yeah.
My buddy Connor here is very much into ham radio and stuff like that. And I think I would bet good money that Jim would have something to say about that. Maybe he's messed around with it, maybe be interested.
About ham radio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of always wished I'd gotten into it when I was in high school. A lot of my electronics buddies, I took vocational electronics in high school in the 60s.
Yeah.
So, and it was 2 hours a day instead of one. And we did experiments instead of just reading out of the book. We actually built things and repaired things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that was a lot of fun. But I'd always wished I'd gotten into ham radio, but it's just something I went in the other direction. I had an instructor in junior college. He said he was into ham radio. He used to repair ham radios out on the Great Lakes during World War II.
That's cool.
As an occupation, something to do, and it helped everybody to keep in touch with what was going on around the world. But his son was into it also, and he said his son had a radio that was so powerful that when he transmitted to Europe, it made the hall light glow without turning the switch on.
That's serious.
He said, and if there was that much power coming out, just as what we call splatter, which doesn't go where you're directing it, it's just lost signal, from the antenna. He says, if it's making the bulb glow with the splatter, you can imagine what kind of power he's pointing at Europe.
Yeah. And his own brain. He might turn into a super.
Yeah.
You could hurt yourself
touching
back
that
then,
when you're transmitting. Radiation wasn't really talked about or thought about a lot.
Yeah, geez.
I found out a lot more about radiation since then.
Well, so what else is new? I mean, I know you've had all the health stuff. You got.
Well, like I said, the pacemaker stuff. That's been the focus of everything lately. I also had I have a lot of foot issues. I had a hammer toe that was bothering me really bad. So just a week before I had my heart surgery, I had some podiatric surgery on what started out to be one hammer toe, but he ended up doing all 5 toes on my right foot.
What is a hammer toe? Is that when the toe is curved, like at a 90-degree angle?
Yeah. Oh yeah. My feet are so bad that the toes just curl every which way, and I've had corrective surgery on both feet, now 3 times on 4 of the toes, and bunion surgery 3 times on the two big toes. And
Do they know what causes that? Is
no,
it something with your shoes or
it's
some?
hereditary.
Oh, okay.
It's genetic. I asked that. I used to be obese. I used to weigh 336 pounds at my heaviest. And I asked him, I said, I think all those years of pounding all that weight on my feet kind of destroyed him. And he says, nah, obesity doesn't do that to your feet. He says, you were born with bad feet. I guarantee your dad probably has bad feet too. And he was right. He was right.
Yeah.
It's just that my dad was old school, lived through the Depression and all that, and just learned to grin and bear it. So he never sought surgery for his feet. But I'm not going to tolerate that with.
Yeah.
In fact, I just got the invoice from what services I've received this year through Medicare, and it totals $650,000.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
All my stuff. Yeah.
But it worked though. I mean, do your
And
feet feel better?
You know what I paid? You know what I paid?
Huh.
You know what I paid?
What?
On my heart, all my heart issues, I paid $0.
Oh, nice. No, good for you.
Good. That's
I didn't even pay for the in-home care. I got in-home care
Yeah.
for the wound. I had a nurse come 3 times a week for 6 or 8 weeks until that was all healed up and closed. Got very good care. Didn't pay for any of the supplies. No, none of the bandages. None of the rental of the machine, which they told me in the beginning I'd be obligated for $400. $400 as a minimum charge, and then it would go from there depending on whatever the healing rate. But I ended up paying nothing.
Well, good. That's
I have
how
a
it should
good
be.
administrator.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
I said that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You should be caring for people.
Yeah,
when
that's
they
how
need
it should. I feel guilty because
No.
everyone should have this
Yeah.
at every point in their life, not
Yeah.
just when they've burned it all up to where they've got 2% of their life left. And now, okay, well, now we'll take care of you.
Yeah.
But you got to do this. I have to drive. I have to drive for an hour and a half to get to my service providers. The surgeon and the podiatrist and the cardiac specialist and all of that.
Are you way out in the country?
I'm out in the country. I live in the desert in Joshua Tree.
Desert.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up near the Integratron, not too far from the national park. Well, I'm quite a ways from the national park, but I'm about less than 5 miles from the Integratron, I think. You got to look that up.
Integratron. Google that, Tom.
Yeah, from the 50s.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Tell me what it is.
It's a guy by the name of Van Tassel claimed that he was given instructions to build it by aliens back in the 50s, 40s or 50s, late 40s or 50s. And so he started building this thing, and it's supposed to rejuvenate your soul. And eventually it was going to be I think a time travel machine. I think that was the eventual idea. But, of course, he died before he could complete it. And then all the specialized equipment that he had built, there was a lot of specialized equipment in there, all kinds of weird electronic stuff, or electrical and electronic stuff. But, of course, that got scavenged by whoever acquired the property after his death.
Oh, sure.
A lot of stories surrounding that. It's pretty fascinating stuff. And, of course, this whole area is fascinating because, criminals have used this as a dumping ground for decades, to bring their bodies up and get rid of them.
Oh, around
every once in a while.
Joshua Tree there?
Find a body.
No.
Not necessarily Joshua Tree, but the whole high desert area.
Yeah. Are they coming
Joshua
out of Vegas
Tree,
or
29 Palms?
Yeah. Where are these criminals coming from? Mostly Vegas?
From the LA area, supposedly LA area, Las Vegas area, wherever they.
Maybe it's just the perfect climate for body dumping. Is there something
so
about
secluded? You could get out
well,
there.
it's because it's so dark at night. I think if you come at the right time of the month, it's pitch black up here.
Yeah. Wow. So every once in a while you find.
I used to date a girl that said she found a body. She was out riding her horse, and a few miles from here, she was out riding her horse and came around a pile of rocks, and there was a dead body that had been there for some time.
I don't want to see that.
Decaying away.
Ooh, yeah.
A lot of stories of aliens. This area is really well known for alien sightings too.
Maybe the aliens are murdering people, putting the bodies.
Maybe.
Some people will tell you that.
What about Mindy?
Yeah.
Mindy.
Mindy.
Mort's girlfriend, you mean?
No,
in
we
a
talked
way.
to Mindy from Canada, and she had an alien in her bedroom. Well, she had a really good
Oh, really?
long story about this. Yeah, a gray alien that just appeared in the room.
Yeah. And then
Oh, wow.
she hid under the sheets.
Yeah, she thought she was dreaming, so
Wow.
she covered her eyes up with the sheets, and then she moved them and
Wow.
looked out again, and it was still there.
Yeah. I would have lost it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a guy call me one time when I was working at the TV shop in town regularly, when I was employed, not retired. And he says, I got this TV and it comes on in the middle of the night by itself. And I started thinking, in my diagnostic mode, I was thinking about a particular model and brand that had a habit of doing that. And so, I'm being serious. And he says, I said, why don't you try unplugging? And he says, I did, and it still does that. I said,
Ooh.
Wow.
why don't you move it outside? And he goes, I tried to, and it growled at me.
Oh, Jesus.
I said,
Hey,
you don't need a TV technician. You need a different kind of professional.
Yeah.
maybe there was a
Psychic.
ham radio operator nearby with a
Yeah.
gigawatt transmitter.
Filling his brain up.
Yeah.
You could probably do that with a high powered enough transmitter, by inducing current in the device you're pointing it at. Do
Right.
that.
Right. That's funny.
But he was just wacko, like a lot of people up here. This is where people come to get away from society too. This is
Yeah.
where people flee to.
It's-
They can be out in the desert. Properties up here where I live are typically 2 or 2 1/4 acres. A lot of them are 5 acre and 10 acre plots. So I knew one guy up in near Pioneer Town that had 640 acres. He had a whole section that was left to him by his dad.
oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah,
away
that's
from
cool.
people out there for sure.
Well, maybe
Oh,
someday
you sure can.
when we go on a U.S. tour, maybe someday we can drop by and say hello. So
There
we'll
you
see.
go.
Yeah.
I'll be here, God willing. I don't plan to move. The last time I moved, it took me 6 months, and I've been here longer than I was there. So
No, don't move.
probably
Yeah.
take me 5 years to move out of this place.
Well, and I'm glad that your wife is doing all right, and I'm glad that you're repaired.
Oh yeah, me too. We're great company for each other too.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing. We've been married over 30 years, and we still like each other a lot.
Good for you. That's the thing.
Nice.
You can love each other,
Yeah.
but do you like each other? That's a whole different story.
Yeah,
So
we laugh.
good for you.
We get along. We laugh and we joke and we enjoy watching the same kind
Yeah.
of stuff. We've
Yeah.
been streaming all the political crap, for the last few weeks, and
Yeah.
alternate between that and sovereign citizens and dash cam cop videos.
Oh, there you go.
Taser victims and that kind of stuff. They're just hilarious.
Good. Good for you. Well, I'm glad that you're all patched up and you're going to keep getting better and better. You'll
Oh
be-
yeah. I'm glad I've been this part of my life. It's
Yeah.
time to have fun.
All right.
Well, good for you, Jim.
Yeah. Very good to talk to you.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
It
Thanks.
was great
Thanks
talking
for
to you
the
guys.
call.
You just caught me out of the blue. It's so cool to hear from you.
Wonderful. We can call you back again. We want to check in.
Anytime.
All right.
Anytime.
We're going to be in touch with you. All right, man.
All righty. Thanks.
All right. Thanks. Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Well, what do you know?